Hello and welcome to week 4. Sorry for the video being a tiny bit late, but if you read the announcement, which some people do, you'll know that I was busy having fun watching Godzilla minus one minus color. So good. Anyway, my voice is doing something funky. Deal with it. Um, the main feedback I have for you for week 3, since that was last week. Some people are doing a really, really, really good job on the discussions. Other people, not so much. We have a large selection of people waiting until Friday to do anything. That's going to kill your grade pretty fast because you lose a lot of points just by waiting until Friday to post. You should be posting before the end of Wednesday, as in before 10 p.m. So if you posted at like 10:05 p.m. on Wednesday, you lost points. It's due by 10 p.m. It's all over the place. I said it in the welcome videos, the announcements, it's in the syllabus, it's in the directions. So there you go. Um, the biggest issue that I noticed and did a lot of feedback about, two things. One, you have to pick a side. I've stressed this a few times, and for some reason, people are still doing the on one hand, blah, 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 on the other hand, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. This is not an argumentation course. You have to pick an opinion, defend it, say, this is what I think, and this is why I think it. There you go. That's what you're required to do. Anyone who is not clearly, and let me emphasize, clearly stating their opinion and backing it up is losing points. Um, the other thing, there is absolutely no need to say, I agree this is a controversial topic, or this is a controversial topic. That's already been stated in the question. You do not have to restate it. Pollution is not a controversial topic, it's just a fact. What to do about pollution is the controversial topic, but I don't care. We don't need to address that part. What you are doing for the discussion this past week was, do you think these carbon credit things are a good idea or not a good idea? Do you think they're going to work or not work? And if you are on the side where you're saying, well, it's great for the economy, please tell me whether or not it's actually great for the environment. Is it actually making a change? Because this is not an economics course. This is not a government course. This is an environmental science course. Um, this has been in the past few years, this has been one of the biggest issues I've had with this class is there's a whole section of people apparently who are only looking at economy and not looking at the long run. If you're obsessed with the economy, feel free to keep looking at that, but then look at the big picture. Look at how much this is actually costing the economy in the long run. It may be helping the giant corporation pad their pockets and helping a couple of CEOs have larger bonuses, but the increase of air pollution is actually increasing more medical conditions, which is costing our economy way more money in the long run. So if you wish to stay on this whole economy obsession, look at the whole thing, not just the company, because BP being able to make more money does not mean that everybody on the planet or everybody in the US is actually going to benefit from this. It means BP will benefit. That's not the same thing as overall economy. So if this is the route you are like, I'm going to go on this hill and I'm going to die on it, make sure to include the overall cost, all of it. But since this is an environmental science class, you have to address the environment on this. Um, is it okay if you believe the carbon credits are a good idea? Yeah, that's your opinion. It's an opinion. I might not agree with you because I haven't seen any evidence that this has brought down any of the pollution. So to me, not having any pollution coming down and it's actually increasing would show that it's not really working. That's also the reason why the article was there. That comes up to one of the other issues I noticed in the discussions. A lot of people seem to answer part of the discussion and then forget to do the other part. After you answered the first part about whether or not you thought it was a good thing, you were then supposed to read the article and then put that together. If you said, "Yeah, it's great," and then you read the article, it might have changed your mind. Or you might have said, "Yeah, it's great," read the article and said, "Oh, but here's a way somebody might misuse it, so we need to implement this." Or you might have said, "Hey, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's working." And then the article, you're like, "See? There you go." But you have to do both. There's also a cluster of people who write like 3 sentences. That's not enough. You have to actually make an effort on these discussions. It's a big part of your grade. You have almost a whole week to do it. Well, if you're posting it in time, you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You've got 4 days. But still, seriously, 4 days, that's enough time to actually read and then think and type. Um, let's see. There's been quite a few people who are doing that. I agree with you. Great point. Instead of actually furthering discussion, pick something they said and actually do it. If you want to know how I always did these kinds of things in the classes I took, I found a couple of people that I liked how they wrote, and I just looked for them every time and I commented to them every time. So then we kind of got to know each other. And then we had a great back and forth. And when you're already used to how they write, it's kind of easy to find something relatively interesting to comment on. So there you go. That's a way to get through it. Um, the other thing was I got 2 different messages about having trouble with the lecture part, which I'm presuming we're talking about the PowerPoints that say chapter whatever lecture. It's just a PowerPoint. The book gave it to us. I posted an announcement telling everybody how to access it because in the past, various people have said it, and more often than not, it turns out to be your browser. Every one of these you can download and then open. If you have actual PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint, it would open in the Microsoft PowerPoint. If you are using something else, then it might not. SGSC makes all the Microsoft products available to you, so you should have access to them. If you would rather get a textbook, you are more than welcome to get a textbook, and that is in the syllabus. So anyone who has asked me, what is the textbook? Take a look at your syllabus. It tells you the textbook and gives you the ISBN right there. Um, at this point, everybody should be starting your week, looking at the week's file, not just opening the folder and opening the file, but look at the file. I like to put in some helpful tidbits, little bits of trivia, some facts, blah, 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 blah. It is definitely in your best interest to check these out, like right away at the beginning of the week. It would be very helpful. Um, I think that's about it for this week, and I'm trying to get better at keeping these shorter. So, yeah, if I've missed anything, let me know. Peace.